So we got another golf cart project going on. Here's what we're doing. We're trying to do a lithium conversion, and we've built this cradle because in these club cars there is not very much room or height to be able to put some of the batteries that I saw dimensions on from Amazon. And also it's aluminum, and our ability to weld aluminum is very limited right now. So we've built this cradle, and I'll show you the battery here in a minute that we've got. And while we're at it, during the process, came back here and deleted the OBC. We bypassed it, deleted it, whatever you want to call it, and going to install the charger that came with the battery pack, putting in one of the NOCO receptacle plugs in either one side or the other. Where this blank hole is now, we're going to put a plate so that we can mount the charger. I might actually put a plate on both sides because I have a voltage reducer, so that way we can run from the 48 volts back down to 12 volts and run any of the accessories. And the battery that we chose to go with is this Payoric, whatever you want to call it. It's a longer flat battery, but it was one that by dimensions will fit under the seat, and so we're going to give it a whirl. So now we went ahead and cut out some aluminum trays from some plate that we had left over from another project. And also what we did on this plug-in, since it is a NOCO plug-in, it doesn't fit the hole perfect. We actually took the old backing plate that was threaded for the original plug-in and just cut 3 corners out of it, utilized the screws that were factory. I had to drill a couple of the holes to make them line up, and then mounted the NOCO charge port so that we can hook up the new charger once we get it mounted. More than likely going to put it on this side, seeing as how this plug's already over here, so we don't have to run cable all the way over there. And then I'll probably mount my reducer on that side as well. So we've got the battery hold down mounted in, all the hardware's in. We mounted the battery charger right here on the driver's side. No rhyme or reason, honestly. And then over here we have the battery voltage reducer with a fuse block, which we'll wire later. I'm not worried about that. I don't have any extra accessories to run at this point anyway. And our next step now is to put a battery in and start wiring everything up. So we have it mocked up, actually more than mocked up. Everything is in place to see if we got a trial run. The monitor is reading, we're actually charging. So now we're going to see if we have power down to the wheels, if we did anything right. So I'll come over there and unplug that and then hit the throttle. Probably have to turn the key on. Now see if we got any throttle. Cool. Just FYI, that on-off switch right there is kind of important. So we're still on. See if it's got any movement. Okay, and we'll see if we got reverse. We got reverse. Looks like everything's working so far. Carry on. All right, so here is all the connections made. The voltage deregulator, whatever it's called, the fuse block. We have not hooked either of these up. We're just trying to get this thing moving under its own power, so that way we can get it out of the shop for another project. But we think it's all ready to go, so it either will or it won't. Let's see now. Well, it's moving. She works. All right, I'm gonna try my best at a speed run. It's pretty slow, and I'm gonna be using a stick, so don't mind this. This is not gonna be the best and most accurate way to do it, but I'm gonna try my best. So, here we go. That's the best I can do. So I guess we'll try the longevity of this. I might go through the rear end, see if it needs any grease or something. It makes kind of a little bit of a noise, but anyway, there's a speed run. So we went by my GPS here a half mile, but we actually went a full mile because I didn't turn it on until we got over there. So, and it says top speed 16, and here's how much energy we used. We're only down to 98%. Still 53 volts, give or take. I'd call that a success. Everything worked. The rear end's a little noisy, but this thing's at 98, so it's probably never been into, so that might be the next thing we do. So I think we're gonna do this in like a 2 or 3 part video, because I don't like making very long videos and I'm not very good at it. But here's what we're dealt with after the lithium conversion. This thing looks pretty crappy, but that'll be our next video that we try and do. Window part there in the middle, the hinge is broken. The bottom doesn't really mount like it's supposed to. The paint is really faded. The bird shit, broken light, just a bunch of little random stuff. But I think we're gonna try and paint it, fix some of the fiberglass where it's kind of broken down here, both sides. Fix the top, because the top is broken in a couple spots there and here. I don't know if I'll get another one or if we'll just fix this one and make it work for now. But we did get the lithium battery in, which was the main goal. We wanted to see if this thing was going to work or not. It's been sitting out abandoned for a while now. It had all the old 6-volt batteries in it, so we lost probably, you know, I'm guessing around 200 pounds. Here's all the batteries that were in it. They are old. They are old. I couldn't get it to move more than about 20 feet after what was claimed to be a full charge. But everything's mounted. You know, we're gonna do seat covers on it. Like I said, the paint, a couple spots where the fiberglass is broke. I've got some old hubcaps, paint them up. Just make it a little bit nicer than what it is. You can see the roof is really broke on this side. It's got a bed, which is perfect for my manual wheelchair. Make a better latch system. I'm thinking about actually throwing an actuator under it so that the bed will dump by a switch. I don't know, that might be too much work. Might be just not worth it. But here's what we're left with. Not terrible. I'm glad it actually ran, because those lithium batteries, as y'all know, are expensive. So stay tuned for part 2. It'll probably take me a little while because I'm real slow at making videos. But hopefully in the next one it'll look totally different or better.